This is Delnorte County Supreme Court. I'm going in here to talk to victim's witness. My wife has a restraining order. I had a temporary restraining order against her boyfriend that she left me for out of a 10-year marriage behind my back, gave me multiple STDs. Had no idea, which is abuse. She went to jail for domestic violence, for breaking stuff and hitting me. I have custody of my kids, and I keep getting harassed, and Melinda hasn't done anything to help reconcile the situation with the kid custody. She hasn't done anything except manipulate and use substances. So I'm going in here to deal with this, and we'll see what happens. So bear with me. Morning. Hi. I'm here with something new.
Okay, what's up?
Here's what's going on. I don't need to really explain a lot to you. You already know that I had a temporary restraining order against Headley.
Yes.
That he's definitely involved in this whole fiasco in my life. So here's the deal. Melinda hasn't done anything to try to, with the kid, hasn't done anything except, I don't even know. So I'm stuck alone for months. I sent her divorce papers, had her served in the court or in the jail for the divorce and the custody and everything. She never answered it back, and I was waiting to see, if we were going to reconcile, waiting to see what was going to happen before I completely severed all legal ties.
Right.
So that being said, it's been months. It's been a bunch of drama. Nobody cares. I have a restraining order. I had a temporary. The police can't give it to him. So I'm just. So anyway, here's where my problem is. This showed up yesterday. I think it's a violation of my rights. It's a violation of my privacy. This has all my children's every information.
From him?
It's addressed from him.
And what is it?
I didn't even want to open it because I don't know if there's poison on it. I don't know, but I did anyway. It's the paperwork that I served her with almost, months and months ago, okay? So now to try to harass me thinking that since she's violated the restraining order, I have all the calls on my phone restricted, like all the time trying to harass me. It's him and her. So I'm flipping through it thinking, cool, well, let's go to court and get this stuff dealt with. That's really grown up, right? Now, third-party communication. I read the restraining order. I went on the internet. I did my research. I did my due diligence about everything. I'm tired of it.
So,
this isn't cool.
Who do you have a restraining order against?
Melinda. There's one placed against Melinda for that. This was the one that I got granted against Headley. Okay?
But couldn't get served.
I got the proof that I couldn't serve him 2 different restraining orders. 2 different restraining orders. I had to pay $10 each time to get the packet. You guys helped me with that. See, now here's what I'm saying is, where is the accountability? Why isn't anybody I go to the district attorney. I talk to the district attorney. They send me here. You guys will send me to probation. What do I got to do? My next step is to protest. It's not a threat or anything like that. Like, I'm going to go make a sign at the graphic shop, and I'm going to stand in front of this courthouse, and I'm going to protest that the victims of domestic violence, she assaulted me, and this guy's a man that's 6'10", has guns. They post on the internet of them leaving town, leaving the county into Oregon. She's not even allowed to leave the freaking county. They're going out of state and they're doing drugs. It's not okay. The police don't care. Nobody will enforce the law. So I have to, what? That's the only thing I can do is go.
Because you can't get him served, is what you're saying.
I haven't been able to get him served on 2 different times, and I'm being terrorized, is what's going on. I'm being through mail, through the internet, through phone calls. I got all the proof, and that's where it really bothers me. It's like I've done everything I'm supposed to do. What do I do? Because I'm a man, I'm feeling discriminated against too in a way. Like, this isn't okay. I'm the father of 2 children that are having to deal with the dad that is like...
Well, I mean, it's a really good question to say, okay, what do I do? Because law enforcement went to serve him, but he's...
I'm talking about, no. Melinda. This is paperwork with her. This is third party, not correctly served at all. This is, you serve people through a private server, through the sheriff's department, or you have somebody that's 18 age or older serve them that's not a party to the suit or the action at all. This dude is definitely a party of it when I have a restraining order talking about my wife and everything in it. The only other thing I can do is take my rent money and go to an attorney. And I guess, tell him, here's my money, here's my story. I was assaulted while she was in jail. Made a report, I have it. Was assaulted by 3 gentlemen. Headley was one of them, okay? Because they know that I'm an MMA fighter, so they jumped me in front of my apartment, okay? So I went to the police and told them. But if they don't see it, it doesn't happen. I was injured. I had, and so I went, but the judge did hear and see my face. He enacted the 3-year restraining order. He said, and he charged her with violation of a restraining order from calling me from the jail. Yes. Called me from the jail on somebody else's PIN number because she's a manipulator. And she threatened me. And so the judge that's why she has a restraining order. And then she has a male counterpart with acquaintances that are targeting me. And I can defend myself, but at the same time, where is my protection where is my help from victim's witness? I'm giving you all the facts right in front of you. I'm telling you exactly what's going on.
Right, but...
What do I do?
But we don't enforce the law. We're victim witness.
Can you
law enforcement...
Can you connect me with somebody that can, or at least, can you reach out to law enforcement and just ask them to talk to me about this, and that I deserve like 5 minutes to talk to an officer and that is actually going to maybe enforce the law? Who this is goading me to try to get me to enforce something. That's what that's what he's trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. Hi, how you doing? He's an officer, yes?
What's your issue?
Oh.
Are you
I'm okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't mean to be. I apologize if
you're really loud.
I apologize. I have hard hearing,
okay.
So I can't barely hear myself talk. I really apologize.
That's okay.
I don't mean to be loud. I'm just having I'm having some pretty serious issues that have to do with, I'm the victim of a domestic violence case.
Okay.
From my wife.
Where did it happen?
Here in
Delnorte County.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but where at? What's the actual address where the assault occurred?
745 East Street, number 4.
Okay, so you reported it to the city police.
She was arrested.
Okay, by the city police. Okay, so they're doing a case against her.
It's already been. There's already been a disposition placed.
It's issues about getting a restraining order served that hasn't been served and apparently can't be served, and he's being harassed.
Why can't it be served? Why did they?
It's Benjamin Headley.
Yeah.
Because nobody respects the law except me.
Well, no, they do. Somebody, obviously, they tried a bunch of times from the looks of this.
But so that means, and he owns firearms.
Yeah.
So it's
I see what you're saying.
I'm not kidding around. I mean, he's 6'10". I'm a semi-professional fighter. I'm not scared of the physical threat, except that he's huge.
Richard, let me explain something to you. Do you know where he's at?
He just sent me, sir.
Okay, no, I'm listening to you.
Okay, he just sent me this.
Yeah.
From his address. Now let me show you this stuff.
But the problem.
Look at this. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's got all of my children's personal information on it. I take it as a threat.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I'm listening to you.
Okay,
but
I'm sorry.
The problem is what you want this paper served. Okay.
No, that's not what the issue is here. I'm coming to talk about this. This is a criminal restraining order.
Well, wait a second. You're bouncing around.
Okay.
You're talking about Benjamin
Headley.
Headley, right? So you don't want a restrainer against him. So that's a done issue.
I
Right?
tried that already.
Okay, so you're done with that.
I've already tried it.
So what do you want to do with Miss Hubble?
I want the fact that I read the restraining order.
Which restraining order? The one against her?
She has one against her, 3-year restraining order.
Okay.
I received third-party communication illegally served to me from Benjamin Headley.
So it's a violation.
It's a violation. And not only that, I couldn't have him served so that there was a restraining order placed against Headley from me.
Okay, but
there's 2 restraining order people that do not respect the law.
Okay, but when's the next court date on that?
There is no court date.
Okay, so what is that court paperwork that you were handed?
It's court paper. It's harassment. It's a year-old court paperwork that when I filed and had her served with divorce paper in the county jail by LaFazio. So now she decides out of nowhere she hasn't done anything to. This isn't cool. This isn't okay. I feel threatened.
When did you get that?
This I just got this yesterday.
Okay, I'm not sure where to tell you to go because you said you pursued a restraining order against Headley. You said that you showed me that they were unable to serve it.
Twice. 2 different
they
restraining
tried
orders.
7. Okay, but they did due diligence. More than one officer on more than one shift on more than one day and more than one time tried, and he wasn't there. So, and they can't just there's papers coming in all the time. But you're saying you don't want to pursue that, but yet you're showing me stuff that's from. You're saying that he sent you.
No, I promise you he did.
Right,
he did. It's mailed. It's
right.
The government stamped it. It's
right.
He did.
I understand that, but you're saying you don't want a restraining order against him.
Well, I mean, okay.
He could never get him served.
I'll go. Here's what I'll do.
So you do.
I will refile another restraining order.
He's hiding from law enforcement.
Sure. Because he's an innocent, perfect person.
Makes it very difficult to get him served.
Well, that happens a lot. You know what you can also do if you know where he's at physically. You know for a fact that guy is under that table right now. You can have somebody else serve them. You don't have to have law enforcement serve them. That's better to have law enforcement serve them. But if you can have if you have a friend or relative that can go that's not involved in this case, go serve them the paperwork as long as you process the paperwork correctly through the court.
Right, I understand that. I understand what you're saying, officer.
Because there's other ways of doing it. You can also hire somebody, but this way is pretty good. But they have to. If they only have one address to go to and he's not there or not answering the door, we can't bust down a door to serve somebody a paper.
Because from my perspective, not sounding like a conspiracy theorist, it doesn't look good either on the department because the guy is a drug dealer and has firearms, and then the sheriffs can't even serve him. So, from my perspective, as a single father with 2 kids, had full responsibility, sir.
I see what you're saying.
It's not okay.
No, I see what you're saying. But the thing is, though, there's usually 2 officers for the whole county.
I understand.
2 officers for the county of Delnorte. There's usually 2 officers for the city. They can't all do that. Usually, it's like a paper route. They go to work, and in between calls, they go, "Well, I have a paper. I'm going to stop by that address." So they try, and their sergeants tell them, "You need to keep going by there." But
would it be too much to ask this? Would it be too much? I'll refile the paperwork on the restraining order. Would it be too much to ask to ask law enforcement, hey, is there any way law enforcement could try to reach out to him telephonically and tell him to stop? Just stop. We tried to give you a restraining order. Stop engaging with this gentleman. Leave him alone.
I would like to say yes, but the answer is no because either you're doing a case or you're not doing a case.
I'll just file another. I'll do that. I'll file the restraining order.
That's the best.
Because the judge is going to go.
That's the best way to do it.
Granted.
Keep your stuff, document it. But if you have better information on where he's going to be at, and if he works,
he's,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't open the door,
I guess I can I'll certify mail one and then try to get him served another way too. I'll try to serve him twice. I don't know what else.
Served in person though.
Yeah.
See, and that's why they sent me. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, sir. Is that this isn't legitimate paperwork to try to serve me with to leave petulant messages in, and then third party communication. Melinda should go to jail for that.
I see what you're saying, but
she should be in violation of this right now. That's my right.
Saying, but the problem with that is that came to you addressed from him. So how do you know she served it? Even though it's her paperwork.
It's got her name on it.
I see that.
And here, let me show you. Let me go ahead and let me answer that question.
It's her boyfriend, basically.
Let me do that. Look, here's her name. Yeah. Here's her signature. Yeah. Okay, so that means that is hers and her signature, and the date on it.
No, I agree with you.
That proves that she signed this. And
sure, but doesn't prove that
she lives at this address through probation.
I see what you're saying, but it's addressed from him. You see the dilemma? Just like if I take that and I put it in an envelope with my name on it and send it, that doesn't mean she sent it. It means I put it, that I mailed it.
See, here's where the point is, though, is that if I have a restraining order against you, right? If I have a restraining order against you and I go, here, send this to him, and it says right here on the legal paperwork, you cannot do that.
I see what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, sir, but the problem is, it's evidence. Did you see her put that in the envelope?
No, I understand. You win. You guys win every time when it comes down to it. I didn't see it, but if I go and do something that you didn't see, I'm an ex-felon. I'm gonna go to jail probably.
No, there's certain things there are misdemeanors that occur outside of my presence that yes, you can go to jail for. Okay, but other ones, if I didn't see it, I can't arrest you. Okay, and it's the same with that. But if you go in the law library, every one of those books has a case in it, and there's volumes and volumes and volumes.
I read a lot. Trust me, I do. Yeah, I do. I researched everything before I came to talk to anybody.
That's where what I would do if I were you is get your paperwork, start it over, and keep all that stuff, keep it documented, and then later, when you go to court, when they do get him served, you can address that with the judge, and the judge will frown on it.
But, well, yeah.
But I mean, like right now, there's nothing they can do right here. But basically, you just have to kind of start over, but keep this stuff. But if you get better information on where he's at or how we can serve him, let us know.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, it's the system. This is exactly the justice system for victims of domestic violence. It's not working.
It's not a perfect system.
It's not working at all.
Well, it does for some people.
And my kids are the ones caught in this more than me. I can deal with it because I'm an adult, but my kids don't have a mom. She's on substances. I'm just going to go to probation too and inform them about all this because she's on formal probation. She's not supposed to do anything.
I understand.
Illegal.
I've listened to you. I've heard what you said.
I apologize for taking up your time.
Other than that, I wish you luck with it.
Hey, no problem at all. You have a great day.
You too.
I appreciate. I know that you guys are here to help people.